There we go.
Tell you where they are.
Both of them. I can't see you.
Apologies.
There he is.
Wish I could see you straight on, but
There's our guy. Look alive, good fella. What?
Huh?
You can't see me straight on. Oh, because the camera's over here.
Yeah.
Well, my
I
main
do a
screen's
little
here.
switcheroo.
Camera's over here. Just the way of the world, man.
Yeah. Are we live? What's
Yeah,
going on
we're
here?
live. We're live.
No
And
swing shift, no nothing. No.
I don't do that. You know that. Whoa!
What?
Big ass update went right in the middle of the screen. We don't want to do that now.
Postponed.
Every time.
Well, shoot, we got a couple weeks worth to catch up on.
Well,
man.
I think, okay, well, the first thing we're going to start on is the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it. You start. Provide.
I don't think there's much to say other than the fact. First of all, okay, here's the thing. Can I just say, on that kick, on the punt, when the guy drops it and they get the what the fuck was that?
Well, it clipped the guy's foot. That's why he dove on it, because he saw his
it's just, you know what I'm saying?
clip his foot. Oh shit.
This right here is the Chiefs in a nutshell of how.
I know. Couldn't agree more.
And I don't understand it, and it happens so often. That's why so many people think it's fucking scripted, because they get so fucking lucky all the time that it happens so often that it has to be a conspiracy. There's no way it's not. And the Niners had what fucking five different occasions to fucking win the game, and it's like I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. And
they have a huge third down play, and guys go unblocked on like 2 crucial third downs in the fourth quarter.
It doesn't. Okay, listen, I'm not kidding you. People are all like freaking out. Okay, enough with the script. I'm like, okay, it's fucking weird, dude. It's weird. Have we ever seen?
It's not scripted.
I'm just saying. I understand, because have we ever seen this type of shit in football ever? I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Well, people would say the Patriots, but I don't remember them winning on lucky shit.
No, I don't at all.
Michael Butler's interception. I mean, obviously that was a fluke, and the Atlanta comeback was a fluke. I mean, but it's not like the
Seattle not running the ball, but I mean on the
no, that was the right play
on the goal line, but them not running the ball was the right play.
Yeah. Oh, we're in a goal line package. Don't get me started. We don't want to go there. That's ancient history. We won the Super Bowl. We had that was the right play by Seattle. And anyway, but
I don't know. Maybe on the down after, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That down.
With Marshawn Lynch.
You got 20 seconds left.
Marshawn Lynch.
You didn't do your homework. You don't know that he was on goal to go situations. He was below 50% that year running the ball from the one.
I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter. They had multiple chances. I think that was the wrong play. I think that's the wrong play.
Okay. Well, you're entitled to your own opinion.
I am.
You're entitled to your own facts.
I am, absolutely.
Facts don't care about feelings.
Exactly, and I don't care what you say.
Oh.
And he takes Super Bowl. Oh, halftime show was something.
Dude, we were watching at my brother's, and the TV like lagged it. Like it was all sketchy and laggy. They have YouTube TV. I don't know if it was a widespread issue, but literally
wasn't like that for
Usher's
me.
Performance, it started cutting in and out, and so it kind of ruined the whole thing. Not even joking.
It's pretty good though. When Alicia Keys came on, it was pretty good.
Did you see her voice crack? And then they edited it in the video they uploaded to YouTube of it. They totally fixed it. I just thought that was hilarious.
I saw
her
that.
voice just totally. I mean, she's great. She's gorgeous.
But okay, The thing is, first of all, she's amazing. It's honestly like someone posted about it. Like it's honestly sad. It's like it's a reminder. She's fucking human. She had a voice crack. No one doubts she's a world class singer. No one doubts that. It's just like
yeah,
completely normal.
Yeah. The skates was pretty cool, and then to me the best part. Did you see the dude get launched
and then fall in the back? Dude. Also, some chick fell off a pole in the background too. It was crazy.
Oh, I didn't see that. You'll have to send me the link on that one. But I'm talking about
someone threw him up there and he just came down.
It starts turning.
Yeah, Lil Jon's in the crowd.
And the crowd's just going nuts, and all of a sudden someone just gets thrown airborne, and they just go.
It looked like when you throw children in those sheets. and you throw them up. That's what it looked like.
Right? Yeah,
That's what it looked
yeah,
like.
yeah. Exactly. I mean, it just looked like Project X, style. Just someone getting
It
launched in
did.
the air.
Oh, speaking of which, you watched Project X,
Did you
right?
see it? Yeah, but just recently, like within the past year or two, I'd never seen it,
Gr- You've
but I
never
saw
seen
that
it.
they're doing this. I'd never seen it up
Great
until
for first of all,
like
especially in high school. That was probably the best party movie ever made. Now they're doing a sequel with an all-female lead cast, apparently.
as long as it's funny, I don't care.
Oh, I agree, but I'm
But
just saying, how do you not have a sequel without Costa, Thomas, and
well, because they're
JB?
old as shit now. How do you? I mean,
They
how do
could
you?
be
What
the
are they gonna put them as high
parents,
schoolers? Oh well.
or they could be in college. They could be in college and
Those
do it,
parents
dude.
are in prison after that party happened.
Yeah,
All of LA went
all of
like
Pasadena
World War
burned up,
Three.
dude. At the
It was funny. It held up too because I watched it like a couple years ago, and I was like, "This, I can see why this was a bit like it was pretty funny." Just once it
it's a
reached the
great
level,
movie.
the scene. You know what? You want to know the scene that sticks with me? It was towards the end where they're like on the roof, and they're just like they're high as
Yeah, and he
shit. They're
flips off the
drinking
camera.
whatever. I don't remember that, but they're kind of looking at each other, and they're just like
Yeah,
we did this, and it pans out. There's
it's
helicopters
just
and fires
chaos.
going all over the city, and they're just looking at each other like,
Dude, the Mexican guy Costa, he's like, Thomas, look at what we did. Epic. Is this big enough to be cool?
it was pretty good.
Holy shit, it's the news!
Miles Teller showing up as
Dude,
like a baseball player.
hilarious.
Wasn't he like a baseball player or something?
And
At
the movie he played
USC?
for USC.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's just like, and he just plays it perfectly with like the camera in his face. He's
Dude,
just like,
and he doesn't have that many scenes, but all of them he completely steals.
right.
When
Because
he
it's
gets out of
almost
the
like
party,
he's
when he gets out of the
playing
party,
himself.
remember they're in the grocery store. He's like, dude, he's like, it's on Dickens Street. We love to have you. He's like, that's your party? You guys are throwing that? He's like, I heard it's like unlimited high school pussy and shit. He's like, yeah, high school pussy for days. Mind your own business, lady.
in the store. Yeah. It's good. I want to watch it again.
It's a great
See
movie.
which-
I watched
which streaming service
last
it's
weekend. I
on.
watched Napoleon.
Oh, you did? How was it? I was thinking Napoleon Dynamite.
I mean, okay, it was very well done.
Boring.
Found it a little tedious and a little boring to keep up with after so long because it was so many hours of dialogue. It felt like,
Right.
but
Right.
it was very well done, very well done. But especially because I was just by myself, kind of watching. I'm like, oh, I've been wanting to watch this for a long time.
What'd you watch it on? Did you rent it or?
Yeah, I just rented it. Yeah, it was like $20 rental.
Oh God.
Yeah, so I read it. I'm like, I really wanted to watch this, and because like most people, like no one in this house wants to watch that shit. So I'm like, this is my opportunity to watch it now because no one else is gonna bother me, so I can just watch it. It was very good, but after like, I mean, the beginning, first of all, pans out, a girl gets her head chopped off. I'm like, okay, this is this is gonna be good. There was a few really good scenes, and I think it just dragged out a little bit for me.
It was a long movie, right? It's close to 3 hours.
Yeah, I would say overall it was a good movie. Would I sit through it again?
Negative.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think
That's
so.
how I felt about the latest Hunger Games. It was so long, and it wasn't a bad movie, but the ultimate test for me is if I could sit through it again.
Yeah,
That
mine too.
is
Mine
the
too.
ultimate test. And Oppenheimer, I've now seen 3 times, and it was 3 hours. So, what does that
Yeah.
tell you?
I don't know.
Hunger Games couldn't sit through it again. Napoleon.
Well,
Probably,
what was
now
the
just get it
Mockingjay
finished.
Part 2? That was the last Hunger Games, right?
No, they did a reboot. Or
Oh,
like
you're
a
talking about.
prequel
Oh, ew.
this year.
No, I never watched
Yeah.
it
Ew. What are you saying ew for?
because it's
They,
a
like,
remake.
wrote
I
another
hate
book.
when they do remakes. Cause
That's not a remake. Hey, whoa.
I
Not a remake. Not a remake. Prequel 65 years earlier. They did another book and everything.
Still a fucking remake, I think.
Not a remake.
Still was it not ass?
Totally different
Okay,
cast.
let exactly when they change shit up and they
Well, no,
try to
that-
they try to bring it back, it's ass
It's
most
a
of the time.
prequel. A remake is like rebooting the story.
But because it's been so long, it might as well be called a fucking remake in itself because you're getting whole new cast members, you're doing the movie over again. I mean, why the fuck not?
That's like saying the Mini Saints of Newark is a reboot of The Sopranos. No, it ain't. It's
Not a
just
reboot.
prequel.
Not a reboot. Never said reboot. That's for shows.
Reboot, remake, what's the difference?
A reboot is different than remake.
We're having a dumb conversation. I'm losing brain cells. Jeez.
Okay, when they redo shows or movies, whether it's a prequel or a sequel, when they redo it after it's been a duration of time, 9 times out of 10, it sucks. Let's be honest.
Creed? You gonna consider
Didn't
that
watch
a
it.
reboot? What?
I didn't watch it.
You've never seen that?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll think of a couple here. There's been a prequel to The Godfather, right? Or mine. There's been prequels. Anyway, whatever. Dumb conversation. But yeah. So I will see Napoleon at some point. I'm not paying $20 for it.
No,
But
absolutely not.
on this movie topic, while we're here, planted in the ground. Excuse me. What? You got something to say?
No, it was funny while we're here playing in the ground.
Oh,
Don't get tough.
have you seen the first? Hey, whoa.
Don't get
Easy.
tough.
You get lippy, you get slapped.
I'd
Remember
put,
that.
I'd put your ass. I put your ass in the dirt.
That's the rule. I have to text Jesse that every day. Remember when he starts getting lippy with me, just remember. Have you seen the first reactions that are coming out of the first reactions and now official reviews that are coming out of Dune Part 2?
I've seen some. I haven't seen all of them.
They are comparing it to Lord of the Rings Twin Towers. And
Twin Towers? Is that 9/11 reboot?
Two towers. Two towers. Sorry. I've always done that. I've always wanted to say Twin Towers. Not
You do. You have done that a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why that's. I always want to say two towers or Twin Towers, and I know now I'm all screwed up.
Dude,
Yeah,
your wires are crossed, dude. You're an idiot.
They're comparing it to Two Towers. They're comparing it to Empire Strikes Back. They're comparing it Godfather Part 2, Terminator 2. They're saying it is one of the best, not only sequels of all time. You know what a sequel is? We might have to get into that conversation. You might be wanting to say, "Oh, reboot."
Well, you just called the Two Towers the Twin Towers, so please continue.
Sequels, but one of the best sci-fi movies ever made. That's what legitimate film critics are saying about it right now.
I'll be the judge of that.
Well, I plan on seeing it on a nice screen with a bucket of popcorn, sitting
and a
back in
Half-Life
my
turkey
chair
leg.
No, not in my movie theaters. No, there's theater food and there's food. And that ain't.
I mean,
food.
I've heard a lot of things, and everything I've heard is like something. It's an insane statement, which very big statements, might I add, very big statements. So
here's big statements
about Dune 2.
Oh. Well, you're jumping around a lot.
No, keep up.
Much. Well, no, you're saying you didn't hear much. Now you're saying.
Well, if you remember, we discussed some reviews about Dune 2 on the last episode.
No, nothing had come out about it yet. We were anticipating. No, nothing had come out.
There was a lot of talk. We were talking about conversations that we had seen. Some that I'll add. Okay. So don't come up in here and start chugging up and puffing your chest like you know what the fuck you're doing. You don't.
You're trying to cite chitter chatter. I'm citing actual reviews now, not chitter chatter. This is reviews.
But these big statements have also been going around. This isn't recent. They've made these giant giant comparisons. I know. I'm just saying they have. So I'm saying now I'm getting hyped up to here. So if it's anywhere short of this, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
No, it's gonna be here, and you're gonna be going here by the end. You're gonna keep stacking.
How many flapjacks do you think that is, Trist?
Let's keep stacking. Whenever he takes his hand off, he looks like an idiot in the locker room. But I'm rewatching the first one currently as we speak. I
really enjoyed it.
I've been hacking away at it. It's better than that theater made all the difference. I realized because I was telling you about I didn't like that theater, and consequently enough, didn't think the movie was that great. And now I'm rewatching it, and I'm enjoying the movie a lot better in the comfort of my own home, doing it in stages. I've got about an hour left, and it's a pretty good movie. The imagery is pretty great.
I think it's top notch, to be quite frank.
And the cast is just
unbelievable.
great,
Yeah.
obviously, and the music, the score is awesome. So it's people are saying there's like a Helm's Deep battle in this second one that is
I
like
love
on
big
the
battle
level of
scenes.
the Helm's Deep battle, and that's right up there with any war scene and or war battle in cinema history, right? The Helm's Deep battle, gotta be.
I
What
mean,
else? What
if
else
not, I
is
mean
there?
the third Lord of the Rings battle, both of them got to be up there as well. I mean,
The
fuck.
third one wasn't nearly as good. You know what's funny? The third one wasn't nearly as good, that battle,
I
because
think
the
Helm's Deep
dead
was
people
better,
all showed
but
up and it was just
I
they
think the
kind of
third
wiped through
one
everyone and they
because of
didn't
the
show any scenes.
I think the third one
Let me
it
finish, doggone it.
Sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
speak.
I was gonna say the third one I think is up there so far. I do believe personally the second one is my favorite one, like at Helm's Deep. But I'm saying the third one because of the fact it has such high esteem in film because of how much went into making that scene in Minas Tirith when they all come and then the riders come when they're under siege in the city. How much went into all that is why I think it's up
That
there.
is a
And
great scene where they show up. Um, the Rohan show up.
Rohirrim.
Rohirrim, yeah, and Théoden gives his speech, or
Hmm.
whatever.
He's clapping their spears
But
with his
the
fucking
one thing,
sword.
the one reason I don't think it's as good as Two Towers, Helm's Deep battle, is that one had Aragorn the whole time. By the time Aragorn showed up with the zombies to the third battle,
The zombies.
they just wiped through everyone, and the
But
battle was over.
the
It
reason
wasn't as fun not
also
seeing Aragorn. It wasn't fun not seeing Aragorn like in the Helm's Deep battle, when he's leading the charge, and sending over the it's all started doing weird stuff.
that's you,
Just
dude.
really, I didn't done that.
Dude, I'll never forget that, dude. That was your go-to for a long
You look
time.
like Jim Carrey's Riddler or something.
Dude,
I
that's
don't know
what you
what you're
used to
doing.
do it.
You're
I
doing
got it from
something
you. Remember
weird.
that?
No, no, I don't.
You
No,
did.
certainly not in movie quotes.
Anyways, I was gonna
So
say the third one. Also, what I loved about it is the battle. It broke into two parts because the second that they chase all them off, then the fucking elephants show up, and then it's all the guys on the horses versus them, and then it's a whole separate version of the
the guy
battle.
with the ring,
Ooh.
right?
Then he gets speared off of it by Airmare, and then
He's bald, just
yeah.
had some dance moves that would rival anything we put up.
No, and then because those fucking okay, so their tusks, they're huge and really wide apart, and in the middle they had like some fucking strip wire there with like spikes on it, and so the thing goes down, it's wiping out all these horses. Remember that? It's boom boom, and like 50 horses just get like wiped out, and the guy's on top. He's like, "Ooh."
I just remember what I remember from that is Legolas just all of a sudden just
Oh yeah, surfing on its
flinging
tail and
himself up
shit,
it.
on its trunk.
That still only counts as one.
Dude, did you ever play Lord of the Rings: Return of the King on like PlayStation 2? Like it was a really old game.
Yeah, but I think they had it on GameCube is where I played it.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Like when you in the game, you start off in Helm's Deep, and that's where like the whole game starts. So in the game, after the Helm's Deep battle or whatever, it shows because that's what I loved about old games. This was made how many fucking years ago? This game, and in the game there are
15,
movie
20.
fucking scene. It shows the whole. It goes from the game to the
Oh, it's
movie.
like a cutscene.
Yeah, and it
Yeah,
cuts and
cutscene.
it cuts from the movie in the same frame, and then it goes to the game in that same frame. And like on Minas Tirith, it changes to Gandalf animated right after. That's so clean. That's so clean. I don't know why they don't do that anymore.
They did that in the Revenge of the Sith one too. You remember the Star
Yeah,
Wars
yeah,
game
that
for
was a
like
great game.
Xbox or
That was a
they
great
did
game.
that too. Remember Anakin's voice? Obi-Wan. he just had a
Dude,
weird
remember when you
voice.
go in the Jedi
But,
Temple in that game?
oh, and you
And
wipe out the
that old lady
librarian or
comes up
something,
and
right?
she's
Yeah, that's the
old lady
librarian.
with the fucking chopsticks who's not even Asian, makes no sense. And then she walks up, and then she gets force grabbed. Oh,
I do remember that one. Um, Speaking of, did you see Battlefront 1 and 2 are getting remastered
I retweet, dude.
supposedly
I saw it. I
with
saw on Twitter today at work. I was like, oh my god,
X, you mean?
huh?
Or are you saying X or Twitter or Twitter's
I say
ancient
Twitter. I
history?
won't say X. Won't ever say it.
X?
Won't
You
say it.
re-X'd it? You re-X'd it.
Retweet, re-X'd multiple.
Well, it's supposedly going to have online play. Again,
Yeah,
chitter chatter right now, but online
64,
play.
64 players apparently.
What? In one game?
Like a big, like I'm assuming it's like a big game battle kind of thing, like Battlefield. Maybe I'm assuming they'll have different modes though. There's no way it's just, but apparently.
If they actually do it right and it's a fun ass gameplay like that, like it could be huge.
Honestly though, like it makes me a little nervous when we're talking remastering because what do we mean by remaster? Do we mean
I'll
do
tell
we,
you exactly what it means. It means, the old game under new mechanics and
I
servers
know. I'm
and
saying, but how much are they actually going to change?
chips.
Because I don't think they need to change anything other than the way it runs and the way the
You
graphics
wouldn't go
are.
for,
I don't
did
think.
Battlefield 1 or Battlefront 1 even have a campaign?
Yeah,
Or even 2? Did they have campaigns?
yeah, yeah. Didn't they?
I
Battlefront
don't
2
know.
did. No, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
just
they did.
remember
No, oh my God, yes, they did. Okay, Battlefront 2 had an amazing campaign, by the way, and the same guy who
you're
voices
talking
Jango
the
Fett.
originals, right? Not the
Yes,
Xbox
the originals, the
One
very
reboots.
originals, the
That
very
was a
originals.
reboot.
The
That was a
very
reboot.
originals. I have one of them on Steam. It was an emulator I downloaded to play the original Battlefront not too long ago, and I played the original graphics and all that. And so you know the guy who voices Jango Fett. What's his fucking name? He's in. What's his name?
Uh, uh,
You,
uh,
you know who I'm talking about. I forgot his fucking.
Morrison, Tamura, Tamura.
Anyways, he voices that game too. And it's like the 501st Journals, dude. It's fucking amazing. Oh my God,
Well, yeah, because he's the
it's
clone,
I
so
know.
they have the
I'm
clone
saying the fact that
voice.
they got him in the game is amazing because it makes it
Oh,
feel so much better.
sign on the dotted line, man. Um,
You're an
Probably took
idiot.
him an hour and a half worth of
I'm
work.
saying it's very extensive, and then actually there's like a whole movie within the fucking game about it that actually I was like locked in about. It's great.
I don't remember the campaigns in those. I just remember getting the first one, and I just heard it was fun.
I'd just
I
be
got
murking
it at
Wookiees
like,
on Kashyyyk,
oh,
dude.
whoa, whoa, word. I got it on like a Friday night at Blockbuster. I'm 11 years old, 10 years old, maybe. Blockbuster game. So you got it for 2 days. Cost you about 10 or $11. Okay. I load up this
Not out of your
game.
pocket.
I'm on Endor. No, no, not my pocket. I'm on Endor, battling with the I keep wanting to say
Ewoks.
Wookiees, but Ewoks, and it's you're going against stormtroopers, blah blah blah. I had no idea. I didn't think Jedi were in the game. They let you play as them, in the second one, but I
Yeah,
don't think you
Battlefront.
can at
No, in
all
the
in the
first one
first
you
one.
don't. You
You
just see
can't.
him and you
You
fucking
don't.
run.
You don't. So all of a sudden, I turn around. I'm playing as a stormtrooper. I turn around and we've been fighting forever. And all of a sudden, I see Luke Skywalker, and he just starts fucking shit up, dude. Like just throwing his saber through, stormtroopers' heads, and it's this green lightsaber. And he comes. All of a sudden, he's on I take a speeder, and I try to ram him, and he jumps over it,
You get
and
if
then
you
he
hit him,
starts
you
doing.
get like a yellow hit marker or something. If you hit him.
Yeah, it was insane, and I had no idea he could show up, or I'll just never forget that as a kid. I was just all of a sudden mind blown, and I'm like, "There's Luke Skywalker right there in the game, and he looks like a ninja,
No.
like a ninja."
Dude, the funniest part was okay, because if you're in the game and you're actually shooting shit, like there's a call out, and the guy says, "Oh, Darth Vader has entered the battle." It will say it, but if you don't hear it, you don't even know. So I'm like walking through spawn points, and there's just fucking 20 of my dudes getting murked by fucking one of the Jedi's. I'm like,
Yeah,
holy shit, because you could play Jedi's in the second one, or like there's that one map on Tatooine on the second one. It's just fucking like Sith and Darkseid versus all the Jedi's and like Han Solo and shit. You remember that map on Mos
and I
Eisley?
think that was the remake though that they put that in, not the original like Xbox ones. I think that was in the Xbox One version.
No, no.
I don't remember the Tatooine
The
map. I
graphics were still
remember
shit. It was the same game. It was just they had that in Battlefront
I
2.
remember I remember doing that battle from Revenge of the Sith at the beginning of the movie where
Yeah,
you're up on
yeah.
above
And you're hopping in
Coruscant and
speeders.
you hop in the
Yeah.
ship and all of a sudden you're zooming out. Like I remember
Dude, what a great fucking game.
that was
For the
that
time.
was like that was like before Xbox Live, or right as Xbox Live was starting to take off, because Halo 2 I think was starting to gain traction on Xbox Live, and because this was right around the same time as Halo 2. And this was David Sellers would come over. We were really good friends at the time. He'd come over, and that was literally all we would do is load up split screen battle Battlefront 2. And like we'd be doing the Battle of Kashyyyk, and then if we were sick of Battlefront, we'd go over to Halo 2 and we do split screen,
Dude,
like
cause,
one on one.
dude, in the second one, in the space battles, because you could, if you remember in Battlefront 2, when you're selecting in the campaign, it zooms out to like a game board almost, and it has like glowing things. And you're like moving along the pathway to the next map or whatever. You're a little ship. You know what I'm saying? It looks like a board game because
No.
it zooms out, and your ship is here. It has the next mission over here, and it would move your little
Yeah.
emblem down to each mission. And so you'd meet another ship, and you have a space battle or whatever. Dude, I'd get in my ship, and you could fly to the enemy ship and then get out and then start killing them.
Oh yeah. Well, I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
stealing enemy ships all
And you
the
could
time.
you could use the guns in the big ships and shit. You can use them. Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Nuts.
That was an era. That was fun. That
And
was a good game
for
era
the time,
because
how well it's like it's actually crazy if you think about it. For how long ago that was.
yeah, that was just a crazy time because you had Halo 2 and Halo 3, the Battlefronts, and then you had like Oblivion from Elder Scrolls and Assassin's
Assassin's Creed, I
Creed.
was about to say,
And
came
it
out
and
about
it
the same
just
time.
it just felt like those games had the entire gaming community just by the throat. And you were just like, and Call of Duty 2 was starting to take off
Yeah.
with that was right around the time Modern Warfare came out, and obviously the rest is history with Call of Duty. But it was just that was such a peak moment
Did
of
you ever play
gaming
it, the
right
very
there.
first Call of Duty? Call of Duty Finest Hour?
No, I
Amazing,
played two though. I played two though.
amazing game.
I remember renting two from Blockbuster and just thinking it was the shit.
It
And just
was it was
it was like
unbelievable.
it was so fun. There was nothing. I don't know if I mean I'm sure you did this too as a kid, but there was not. I know we talked about Blockbuster, but being a kid but having nothing on, before sports and stuff, like having nothing on the weekends when you get off school.
Yeah, like middle school.
Yeah, well, no, like elementary even. This because I was playing Xbox.
Well, I guess AAU basketball and shit. So yeah. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
so
other
it's like
shit.
out of that season, and
Yeah,
so just getting done with school, having nothing on the weekend, and I'm like 10, and going to Blockbuster and getting a couple movies and a game for the weekend. And just knowing like you have a 2-day rental, that was what the games
yeah,
were. So like, okay, Friday to Sunday, basically you got to take it back Sunday. And but there being like most every game obviously was, well, all games were campaign games. And so
yeah,
just knowing like I've got this game for 2 days, I've got to beat the game.
yeah.
And so that's when you were bringing up early Call of Duties. That's what I remember. I think this was 6th grade. And and I remember like going and getting Call of Duty 2 on a Friday and just coming home and loading it in and just feeling like life was perfect. And just I'm playing Call of Duty 2 and it was so fun and so legit. The campaign was sick. And I think 3 was pretty good too, but I don't think it was as good as 2.
No.
And then obviously 4 was Modern Warfare and that was revolutionary. So but I'll never forget that and playing the campaign. And similarly with, I actually bought Assassin's Creed, so that's not true. But like the Blockbuster game on like a Friday night and just going, wow, I gotta bust through it right now and just, you know, play it on, get as far through it as I can. And just those campaigns back then just hit so
Well, because
different
that
because you
was the
just, as
whole
a
game.
kid,
That was the whole
yeah,
game was the
exactly. So
campaign.
you would dive into the story, you would watch every cutscene, it was so fun. And
Because
it
back
felt
then it
so
was like the
accomplishment.
only thing you could do was the campaign or split screen, like a custom game. There wasn't even
Right.
bots you could add. It was just you versus another person on split
No.
screen, or if you had two consoles together and you plug them together and had like a LAN thing going on. Those are the only
Right.
options. So the campaigns, you were locked in. I think on Call of Duty Finest Hour, on the first one, I remember how fucking amazing it was. I remember playing it because each soldier you play the story and it would introduce you. The soldier had like their journals open about the war and shit. And this one was a girl who's a sniper. And some of these like missions I'm playing, I'm sitting in rubble and basically you have to. I remember this mission, dude. I'm playing with my dad, and you're sitting up in this little tower thing with a sniper, and you have to protect. So these guys run in, like three machine gunners and a big guy with a bazooka sprinting towards you, and you had to make sure they didn't get to you. And you're just, and it was just, dude, the campaigns were so great. And Call of
Yeah.
Duty, even the first one, I mean, it took off very quickly because I remember, I don't know if you knew this, but Joe Rogan in Fear Factor, in one of the challenges at the end of the first one, because the money's after the very last one, you get the 50 grand or whatever the fuck it is. And in the first challenge, whoever won, he's like, wins the first copy of Call of Duty Finest Hour. So instantly they had crazy funding because they were able to put it on that show as a prize off the rip. I remember seeing that. It was insane. And Call of Duty was
What
just,
was the release? What was the release date for the first one? Was it 2001?
it was definitely 2000 or 2001 or something. 100%. It's that
I'm
early.
gonna look that
Maybe
up.
2002? But it was
It might
during
be a
Fear
little
Factor, and
early.
Fear Factor was big in 2001, wasn't it? So it had to be like around then.
I want to see. First one was 2003.
2003. Yeah.
So so 2 came out in 2005. I was 10. And then so that's funny. So I know that 3 wasn't nearly as loved as 2. And what's funny is the first 2 are Infinity Ward and 3 is Treyarch.
3 was?
That's funny. 3 was Treyarch.
No
And
shit.
then Infinity Ward came back for Modern Warfare, and then Treyarch did World at War, and then Infinity Ward did Modern Warfare 2, and Treyarch did Black Ops. That is a stretch right there.
Yeah, it
From
is crazy.
2007 to 2010, you go Modern Warfare, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops. That is a nasty stretch.
What's actually crazy is because I'm looking at all the release dates in order. What's nuts
That's what I'm looking at.
is okay, because it was 7.2 million for Call of Duty 3, and then it jumps to
Oh,
15
you're looking
point,
at the
yeah,
sales?
15.7 million in sales for Modern Warfare, and then World at War did the same in sales as the first Modern Warfare, which in my opinion that game was unbelievable. And then after that, once Modern Warfare 2 comes out, it goes to 25.02 million sold.
Hmm.
And then when Black Ops comes out, 30.72 million sold. And then Modern Warfare 3, 30.71. And then Black Ops 2, 31 million. And then Ghosts lost money. Advanced Warfare lost money because it was 28 and then 21 and went back down from 30. And then Black Ops,
You know what's funny is I liked the Ghost campaign. I went
I
through.
thought it
It
was a
was
good
like probably the
campaign.
last. It was probably like the last pod campaign I went through. Actually, I did Vanguard too, but
And then, dude,
I
it's
remember liking the Ghost.
Ghost
The
was a
villain.
good. I thought Modern Warfare 2 was probably my favorite campaign, or World at War, one or the other.
I honestly would like to replay the
But
campaigns.
Black
Did they
Ops
have
was
them
also great.
included?
Black Ops was also great.
Yeah. So I loved those
Those
campaigns
were
for
great.
sure. Um, I really loved those campaigns.
I
Yeah,
did too.
especially the first Black Ops.
What's funny
Um,
is, dude, all these, so all the Call of Duties have not touched any of these until you see in 2019 Call of Duty Mobile, 500 million plus downloads, over $1 billion in revenue.
yeah, I don't
What
know
the
how
fuck?
that works. I don't know how that works.
Doesn't make sense.
Um,
Warzone kind of brought it all fucking back to crazy numbers because now there's packs and there's seasons and everyone's buying. Do you see they rolled out
I
with a
know
weapon?
the whole season.
It was trending on Twitter. They rolled out with a weapon skin thing for a weapon camo. It was $34, and the only way you could get that many points was buying the $50 stack of points.
Right.
So it was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? And everyone was
Yeah,
freaking the fuck out.
microtransactions.
Everyone
Yeah,
was
just
freaking the fuck out. Everyone's like,
microtransaction you to
dude,
death.
do you guys realize that this skin is literally $50 because you have to buy that? So it's not 30, even though 34 is ridiculous. You have to spend $50 to get the fucking. It's insane. Unless you had enough points before and then added, like,
Yeah,
that's the only way. But it's insane.
it's crazy. I mean, think about how much money people spent in Fortnite on all the battle passes.
I know, and
I mean,
now that's the new thing
even
now
PUBG.
for how much money they're
Just
making.
all these micro. Oh, we got a free game, free to download, free to play, and then
Well, and now
it's you
they
gotta.
have the luxury of uploading games that are semi to shit complete, but they'll just update it as it goes and roll out new camos to make
Right,
up for how shit their game is or something. It's just like,
right. I mean, I miss the feel of just a complete game, hard copy disc, that you would go pick up at Circuit City
yeah,
or
like a
Fred
steak dinner with all
Meyer,
the trimmings.
or it was just like coming home with one of the like Assassin's Creed 2, I remember, or the new Maddens. Those were always a huge deal for me. I When I would get the new Madden, the latest Madden, and like be looking at the cover in the car and just feeling like I just got the best Christmas present ever, or a Call of Duty, type of thing. And it just those were and just knowing you have the whole game, right there on that disc and
Well, what do you think
nothing.
about this? I mean, we have another Black Ops coming next year.
This is like number 6. I've stopped
Four or
paying
five, excuse
attention.
me, five.
I've had to stop paying attention to Call of Duties because of Warzone.
I
I
will say
I'm not
this.
a big Warzone fan, and so I just had to stop. I felt like that was all they put their time into was
I will say
Warzone.
this, and I said the same thing when Black Ops 4 came out, which I love Black Ops 4, especially multiplayer. I thought it was fun. There has
Oh, it
not.
only had multiplayer. What are you saying? Black Ops 4 didn't have a campaign.
I'm saying for
Remember?
because of multiplayer. I'm saying it was. I thought it was a very fun multiplayer game, and that's what I play the most of. I was saying, I said the same thing there. I said the same thing. Black Ops 3 came out. Black Ops 3 is also great, by the way. There hasn't been a Black
I remember
Ops.
Black Ops 4.
There hasn't been a Black Ops that I have not liked. So every single
Cold
Black
War?
Ops, I liked it.
I actually did like it, but I got to where I was playing that Nuketown mode though. I
I
was only
didn't. I
doing the
didn't
Nuketown
play it
map.
as much as probably the other ones, I would say. But I'm saying there has not been a Black Ops that came out that I didn't like. So that is the only saving grace I have about Black Ops. Next Black Ops coming out.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I I don't like them rebooting games. That's something that hasn't been done before, and I
Well, like
just
look at this year's. Look at this year's. All the competitive maps, right, are all original with the
old.
exception of
Yeah.
two, are all the original maps. Not to mention they're like pub matches. They're like pub maps. They're not even meant for that. It was insane because they finally have they've switched out some shit. But I'm like watching pros play. I'm watching pros play Search and Destroy on fucking Terminal. I'm like, what the fuck am I? What's going on?
Yeah.
It feels so half-assed. It feels so half-assed.
Yeah. Right.
Now, as much as those maps, Modern Warfare 2, like High Rise, High Rise, Terminal, those maps are held in very high esteem in history, which is true because they're great maps. But to only release, at least at first, now there's other maps they've come out with. They've used maps from last year's. Now there's a bunch of ones, but there's only like maybe 2 or 3 that are actually remade maps. They're all either from last year's or the original game. To come out with a whole series of maps that are not new is insane.
Yeah.
I
They're
don't
just like
understand.
running out of
But
ideas for
it's
new
writing
maps.
off of the name of the franchise. It's like, oh, it's Call of Duty. Everyone's gonna play it anyway. So it's like
Right.
it's insane.
That's what I just yeah, I haven't. And I one thing I've never been able to figure out was the remat or the these this latest round of Modern Warfare because they just came out with 3 right this year.
Yeah,
1,
yeah,
3.
yeah.
Are the 3 campaigns similar to the originals? Like, are you playing as Soap or is there
No,
Captain
I
Price? Is
didn't
there
play the
Soap?
whole campaign. So this year's I played like the first. So the first map, I'm in like a prison. There's like a riot going on. I'm breaking out or breaking people out, I think. And it was actually kind of sick. I had night vision on. I'm like going. There's helicopters flying. I'm trying to sneak around these guards. I actually don't
Mhm.
even know if they're in. I do know there's like. I saw this on Twitter when the game came out. I don't know if this was an Easter egg just randomly because it's Modern Warfare, but they had like these Easter eggs during the campaign. Some people were posting pictures of the same of the same throwing knife that you throw into Captain Price's head at the end. It was the same knife. It was apparently it was like an Easter egg because you were in the same like place or something. Now I don't know if that's with the story or they just threw that in there for like the super nerds and like the big fans to
So
find.
it's like so your understanding is it's a pretty different campaign all
At
the way
least
across.
that's what I
Even
think.
the original Modern Warfare, you're
That's
not setting up in that basic training on
yeah,
the,
that's what I
you
think.
know,
I'm not 100% positive, but I would assume no, unless it is.
yeah.
I didn't play the whole thing, so
Well, what about the original Modern Warfare that came out like 4 or 5 years ago?
no,
Like the first reboot. It
no.
wasn't similar to the
Well, no, I didn't play
Call
it
of
at
Duty
all. I
4.
didn't play it at all.
Oh, okay.
Didn't play it.
Um, yeah. So, yeah. I mean, we just need more good games. It's been
Well, I will say this though.
I mean, I still, I mean, yeah. Imagine you getting a brand new Halo game with Bungie back at the helm, and them saying, "Yeah, the maps are the pit, Narrows,
Oh,
Guardian."
Narrows, dude, Guardian.
Um,
Oh, so good.
trying to remember
Also,
some of the other
Forge was
ones.
fucking amazing too. Speaking of which, I was
I
just thinking
didn't
of.
do much. I
I
mean, I would
loved
do it.
Forge, dude. Dude, you ever do those maps? Because you could do like on the community, you can like download like fan made maps or whatever of like
Right,
mongoose
right.
races on
Well,
Sandbox that are
that's
like
well,
edited. Oh
well,
my, it was
well,
amazing.
okay, so you could download the fan made maps. That's how I got the BR training. Remember how I was always four-shotting you with the BRs? It was because I downloaded that training that would one-on-one. It would literally it had a boost thing right at the start, and it would spit you out like a Coliseum style, and you'd be like, just it was amazing. It was a training map, and that was all you would do. It was a BR training map, and so you would just launch out of there with your BR at the helm and just and work on your four-shotting. And boy, do I have a few four shots in my time.
Dude,
So that was but yeah, that was what was fun, was downloading other people's
that's what I'm
maps
saying.
because
That's what was so cool
they had
about it.
crazy shit that
Crazy.
people
These people
created.
made maps that took them months, and they were like the most ornate, insane, detailed maps I've ever fucking seen.
Mhm.
Like
It was like
it's crazy.
Minecraft, with what you could build
Yeah, I
and
might
yeah,
have
when
to
you put in
fucking.
the
I literally
vehicles
would have to
and
re-download fucking the Master Chief Collection, and fucking go back there and play some fan made maps or something, dude.
I don't even think they have the servers like up on those old ones anymore.
I
I
don't
don't think you
honestly
can
know.
do.
I think you could do it from the Master Chief Collection though, and you could still play like Halo 3. I don't know if you can actually go onto those communities still,
I
but
don't think you can play online. I don't think you can play online, right?
yeah,
It's so because at
yeah,
the height of that.
you could still it's now on one centralized thing. You pick which game you want to play.
But you can't play like team doubles on Halo 3, right? On
I don't know. I mean,
last
I literally played Team Slayer on Snowbound.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you can.
I don't know if they have
I
doubles and shit
just
still, but they have SWAT and shit. You could pick which game you do reach or whatever. You can
I
do
got
which
good at
game.
SWAT for a while. I got good at SWAT, but SWAT was the most frustrating
Well,
damn
then,
game because
dude, and then
if you started to slip in your game and you just
no,
started getting picked,
and then he'd be shooting,
oh
and an elite would
god,
be sprinting at you with his head down here,
yeah,
and so you'd be
that
running
was
like
a
this. You're trying to shoot it. Arr!
yeah, that was a big that was a big that was a big error in the game.
Because the hitbox on the
That was
head
a
of the elite was so much
big
harder to
broken
hit than the fucking
right.
Spartan. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, because it was tucked, so you couldn't hit him from behind. Yeah, I
Because
mean
dude,
it was
it's
tucked.
funny because you'd aim through your scope and you'd see one guy like this, and then you see the guy behind him.
Yeah, right.
Dude, oh by the
Epitaph
way,
was another map on that. Yeah.
have you did you say you watched the Halo show?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I
Did
think
it
you
get close
should.
to the game story? 'Cause
Um, I mean, obviously it's a movie. There's a lot more things that maybe you won't.
it's a show, right? Not a movie.
Or a show, excuse me. In the show, I mean, it's coming from the game, but because the game touches on certain things, and the show is all about it, I couldn't say. I'd have to literally watch them side by side to be like, okay, wait, that's part of it. That's part of it. There's a lot of the same things from the game in there, so I'm assuming it is. But dude, the show is actually great, especially that first episode or something. Because obviously, you know how most shows they're slow. You
Of
got to get
season
into
two
them.
or the pilot?
No, because season 2 just came out. So season 2 is out. There's
Yeah,
3
right.
episodes in. The next episode's about to be amazing because the city's getting attacked by the Covenant. It's gonna be fucking crazy. But in the
Which
first
city? Oh,
Reach, Reach,
I think I reached. So okay, so I think their Reach took place before the first Halo, right?
yeah,
If I remember
apparently,
the game story. So
apparently.
I think they're taking us through the story, but they're getting before the games because like I'm pretty sure Reach, the Fall of Reach, that was all before Halo
Because
1.
the
I
prophets are in
think.
it. The prophets are in it and shit, and they're talking about the fuck getting the what's that? Oh, what's that place called? Oh, I don't remember what
Covenant.
it's called. No,
Uh,
no, the actual place that they're.
Halo.
Anyways, I was no. It's this place where they're looking. It's in the campaign. I forgot what the fucking thing is called. Anyways, I'll think of it later. But anyways,
Cortana.
in the first no, in the first one, but the thing in the show, they touch on Cortana. They're touching on how she was made, what she was made for, and it's actually crazy some of the details they go into. But dude, the first episode, you know, how some shows you watch, very slow. You got to get into it. The first fucking episode, elites spawn in their fucking merkin villages. It's crazy. You got to watch it.
Really?
You got to watch it.
I want to watch it. If the show doesn't end with the warthog getting off Halo, like I'm gonna be severely disappointed.
Dude, but I'm telling you, I think you'll like it because like I wasn't sure about it. Now I'm like itching for the next because I think the next episode for season 2 comes out tomorrow, and I'm itching for it because slowly throughout the show I'm like, oh my god, there's a scorpion, there's a mongoose. I'm like, dude, it's sick, and
Yeah,
it's very well done.
yeah. Because what they go to Earth at some point. Is it Halo 2? They go to Earth.
I thought it was
That takes place on Earth. I think
yeah.
it's Halo 2. So they're gonna have to get to that
Wait,
in the
was that
show at
when the
some point
flood came
too.
in on was that on Earth or was that not?
I think that was Flood. I think that was
Yeah,
Flood.
that's what Jack and I
Yeah,
have been waiting for. I'm like, hey, wait, are they gonna put the flood in this fucking show? Because I'm itching
yeah.
for it.
We'll have to.
And like the brutes and
We'll
shit.
have
I'm like,
to.
oh, when does that come in? But anyways,
Brutes
the brutes, dude. Dude, do you remember? Do you remember
with the
in what's
launchers,
what's
the
that one?
noob
Is it
tube.
Sierra?
That was the noob tube, wasn't it?
Is it
Wasn't that the
Sierra?
noob tube?
What? Oh, the
Wasn't that
brute
the noob
shot. The
tube?
brute shot.
The brute shot?
The
Yeah,
brute shot.
wasn't that
Yeah,
the noob
yeah.
tube?
Dude, do you remember? And then dude. So like in Halo 3, I think it's not Crow's Nest. It's Sierra 117. It's like the mission after that.
The chopper.
Yeah, and
Sierra
you're
117.
running, and it's the first time in the campaign you see the big guy with the headdress and the hammer. It's the first time he comes
Oh
into
yeah.
that, and so you're shoot because he has like a double overshield or something like that, dude. And you're shooting him, and he's running from across the bridge. He's like,
Yeah.
he's sprinting at you, dude. Oh, those campaigns are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
we're almost at an hour, and we haven't talked about liquor sports.
Hopefully, well, fortunately, we saw our last sports evaporate with
I know.
Patrick Mahomes winning his third ring.
I mean,
So
can we just say this though? I mean, you can't take it away. The dude's special. You can't really.
this is his fourth Super Bowl, and he's played bad now. Or I shouldn't say bad. He's been below average to his standards. He's been below average in like all four of the Super Bowls.
Well,
He
at the
hasn't
same
been great
time,
in any of
everyone
them.
has. We talked about this. Everyone kind of has.
No, but I'm just saying, like, yes, he's special, but like in his 3 rings, he doesn't have that. I mean, Tom Brady threw for 505
Yeah, I was about to say he
yards.
doesn't have the 500 yards, 4 touchdowns. It
No,
doesn't.
4
Yeah.
touchdowns that Tom had against the Legion of Boom. He doesn't have the
Yeah.
Atlanta 466 yards on 66 pass attempts or something
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's like he's just he's doing enough to win, and it's not his fault. I mean, it's not his fault, but
It's the
he's just
competition he's playing against.
yeah, he's just doing enough to win, and his teams are winning. The Chiefs' defense is the main thing, the main reason they won this year. That defense was just,
Yeah.
I mean, dude, if 49ers get a first down there, they're running out the clock.
Absolutely. I mean, I honestly on multiple
It was a-
occasions I'm like, the Niners got this easily. Niners got
It's not
this.
like it was
Easily.
it's not like it was a 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13, 3rd and 4, and the Chiefs' defense just absolutely sacked up and got a huge stop, and then did the same thing in overtime, and it was. So I'm sure Mahomes is gonna win 7, 8, 9, 10 rings probably before he's done, but
Yeah,
we'll see if
unless he fucking has a big injury or some shit.
yeah.
I mean, the only shitty thing is that's the last game. We have nothing else to watch now. The only thing I'm kind of looking forward to, we have March Madness coming up. I mean,
Well, we have baseball coming up. I know I don't know if you're not a baseball player anymore, but I look forward to baseball season every
yeah,
year.
but
I
I'm
got
saying
Dodgers in spring training right now.
directly
And,
close. I mean, it's almost March. March Madness is about to begin. And I love March Madness. Who doesn't like March
Oh
Madness?
sure. Oh sure. Yeah, I'll watch a few games on
We're in spring
on
training
sofa.
for baseball. I'm not.
It's already going on. It's already going
Said
on.
we're in
That's what I'm
spring
saying.
training for baseball.
Oh.
It's not. March Madness is basically here, and that's a big sporting event. I usually make brackets for.
Oh, I hate that. So just some trends I just hate getting on board with. And one is the bracket. I've never seen the point in doing a bracket because everyone's just gone to shit by the end of the first day.
Yeah, because there's
And I'm
like
just
5
like, I
upsets
don't-
or something.
Right. And so I'm just like, I don't care to fill out a stupid bracket that is going to get ripped to shreds in an hour and a half.
Yeah,
After
and then
all
like
the
Mormon
games,
Christian
you know.
Community College with 800 kids beats fucking Wake Forest.
Remember
in
Dunk
round-
City?
Yeah.
Remember Dunk City, Florida Gulf Coast? Flying all over the gym?
Yeah, and then you have
Those kids-
Loyola Chicago that one year just going on a Sweet 16 run with Sister Jean or some shit. Like fucking.
Yeah. There's just been some wild
I
stuff.
I like that part of March Madness though. Some small school out of nowhere just makes a run going to the Sweet 16 or something. I think that's dope. I think it's awesome.
The Dunk City stuff was a crazy aura.
Or
on
St.
that
Peter's.
team.
I like St. Peter's. Was that St. Peter's that one year?
Never heard of him.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very
I'm
small
gonna-
school, and they ended up
I'm
going
gonna
like
watch this
they almost made it to the
Gonzaga
Elite Eight.
Xavier
It was great.
game.
Yeah.
Watch this Gonzaga
I'm gonna
Xavier.
stay, and we're like not even fucking ranked.
We had like just gotten to the hotel.
Yeah, we were just getting there. I'm like, dude, what the
"Oh, let's
fuck?
go."
And then I dove on my
Like,
face and almost broke my neck.
I thought you were dead.
Me too.
When I saw you come, I don't know. Were you drinking? I don't remember what happened.
No, I was like fucking
No,
13.
no, we were 16, but you weren't drinking.
No, I wasn't drinking. I probably
Did
hadn't
you
even
think it was
drank
the
at that
deep
point in my
end?
life. I don't even think before. No, remember there was a shit ton of people in the pool, and I went to the other side to avoid to jump in, and I didn't realize that I was walking to a shallow end of the pool. I thought there was like a deep end. There wasn't a deep end. There was not a deep end.
Right. It was
And I
just a
jumped in.
standing
There's
in
like
there.
people, and so I jumped over. Didn't really. There was no deep end, and I landed on my head and almost broke my neck.
Did it? So I know that was crazy. When you
Yeah.
came up and I saw how big the gash was, I don't remember how we avoided not taking you to the emergency room
I
for
don't know either. I
stitches.
think we butterflied it. I think because we were with the cases, and then Genevieve, Courtney's mom, and the cases came in, and she like butterflied my head,
What does butterfly
like
your
with those
head do?
band-aids that push your skin together to make the incision close. Like those band-aids, they
Oh,
have two
stitches?
things, and you pull it, and because it sticks on each side, it pulls it a little bit, so then the wound's not open.
Oh, okay.
So it's not literally like stitches, but it helps with with a cut like that, so it kind of limits the bleeding.
Right. But I'll never forget when you came up and I saw your head and you were just like, and you weren't like screaming or anything. You were just like,
I was,
you
dude, it was
your
everywhere.
head was just like, all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, he's gonna die right here, like right here in front of me.
Dude, you know
Like,
what's crazy? What happened in the pool after that? Because I was fucking dripping blood, dude. I think I got out really quick,
I think you
but
got out pretty
I
quick. I
got
don't
out really
remember it
quick.
being
I
like
think
a
I went
big
like this,
bio.
and then realized my whole hand was red, and I just fucking got out of the fucking pool. I don't remember what happened after that, but I remember we got in the elevator. I have a big ass towel on my head, and then we're at the game. I got my Rose Bowl hat on. I have a huge headache because I'm pretty sure I had to have had a serious concussion. I don't know. I had to have had something, and so I have a big bandage like this on my head. And in the pictures where the Courtney's sitting there, like you're sitting there, I'm just like.
That was do you still have a scar? Probably not.
I don't think so. I think for a long
So
time I had a small one. I think I actually do on this. I don't know what side it was on. I have a little tiny like gash. It's really hard to see, but I think I still do have a scar from it.
do you remember, like, was it the type of thing that hurt super bad, or was it the kind of thing where you just went, "Ow!" Like, "I God,
No,
I
it
should
was an
not have
ow. I
done
think it's like
that,"
a
and then
shock.
you just saw
I think
the
it's like a shock thing. Like once you like because
right,
there was so much blood. I think it hurt
and you couldn't
once I got in like the elevator and then went up. Then it was fucking hurting.
right.
But yeah, it was.
I mean, the water probably like, if the water hadn't been there, I mean, you're probably, like,
Yeah,
breaking
I
your
would have
neck,
been
you know?
dead.
Like, yeah. Like,
It would have been a free fall
just
swan
straight
dive
down.
onto my head.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
well, that's how a lot of people die, like from diving in shallow ends and shit, or diving and hitting a rock or something. Because you
Right,
smash your
yeah.
fucking face, you break your neck.
The people diving off of rocks, like,
Yeah.
in
Oh my
swimming
god, that
pools and
scares
stuff,
me,
I think
dude.
are nuts.
Because
Yeah.
dude, have you ever like jumped off rocks into like a river or something?
In a swimming hole, like, up in the mountains,
Yeah.
yeah.
But you will never. I will always go feet first. You won't see me fucking dive,
Oh,
dude. You
yeah,
will never see me
yeah. I'm
dive.
like, I'll break an ankle with my head, no.
No. Yeah.
Um,
I don't want to
but,
dive into the water and become a shish kebab down there.
yeah, that was such a funny trip, bro, because it was, like, the first trip that
Oh, their uniforms in that game, dude. Mm,
oh, yeah, that too,
mm,
and D'Anthony Thomas's run, and our
mm.
seats were good, like,
Oh, great. They were
I remember
great
that's,
seats.
like, the best stadium to watch a college football
It
game.
was, dude. It was
And our seats
gorgeous.
were
It was
great. It was an amazing
gorgeous.
day. We'd been at Six Flags and had a great time,
Oh, it
the
was a
day
great
before. It was
vacation,
just
dude. It was a great
we,
vacation.
we'd been on spring break, of course, so we just, we were missing, like, the first couple days or first day back at school or something. It just felt, amazing.
It was.
But
Those trips being younger were so much better, dude.
me, I know,
Like
it was
we
so
could go on
fun when
that
you're
same trip now and it would be a blast, but it wouldn't compare to those trips from before.
right. It's just something about, when the parents are paying for everything,
Yeah,
and you're just like, you're
yeah.
just along for the ride, just sitting in the back seat of your
You
dad's
don't got to worry
truck.
about anything but having fun, dude.
No, yeah. And I remember what's hilarious is it kicked off so freaking great because we get in the
Well, to
truck
drive down because
on on the
it was me, Elijah, and my dad.
yeah, but and me.
Me, you,
Um,
Elijah, and my dad. I'm saying in the
oh
truck,
yeah,
and
yeah,
we're hightailing it
yeah.
down.
But
14-hour
pulling
drive or
out.
some shit.
We're literally pulling out of your house on Corey Road, and literally pulling out. And your dad had the Oregon flags plugged into the windows, and they just start going. Like, immediately, like, it was so loud. It was so loud, and we don't even get down Corey Road, and your dad's like, Yeah, this ain't gonna work.
Dude, was that
Stops the truck
the
and we pull him
was that the,
down.
was that the trip we went and got Krispy Kreme donuts?
Yes.
And
Oh yeah.
then
All this
yeah,
was,
we were Krispy Kreme, and then that lady was was coming
yeah.
in,
But that was
back
but that was
up.
the trip. That was the trip back. Let's start with the road down. We first time gassing up the truck. Elijah's in charge because we're in California. Elijah's in charge of filling up the truck. We go in for candy or something with your dad. We come out. We get in the truck. we start rolling away. Your dad. Elijah, why am I smelling gasoline? And
Yeah,
Elijah,
I
oh,
remember
it
how.
overflowed a little bit. What? Well, Elijah, I don't want to be smelling gasoline all the way down.
I don't want to smell gasoline for the whole 10-hour drive.
Yeah. I'll never forget that. Your dad just like sniffing. As we get in the truck. And then
Oh.
yeah, in Six Flags when we do that ride where it just shoots you backwards up the and you just go up like in a straight and then
Yeah.
you come right back down.
Yeah.
And your dad gets done, he's got sunglasses
It was
on.
a
He looked
Superman.
like
I think it's called Superman or something.
yeah, Superman. You're
Yeah.
right. Superman. And your dad gets back, he's getting out, he's climbing out. This thing pulls some G's, man.
Oh yeah, that was a fun ride.
And then
Fuck.
I follow my retainer or somehow lose it in the
Oh my
hotel room.
god,
I realized the retainer
the retainer conspiracy, dude.
to this day, no idea. There's no way I swallowed it.
No, you would
Never.
have choked and
God
died.
Almighty. Yeah, I would have never made it out of that hotel room. You'd have been carrying me out in a body bag. I did not swallow that retainer.
No, because
And
dude, I remember
so
because
I
you literally
tore it
came.
apart.
Yeah, you came to the conclusion like, dude, I swallowed it. I'm like, you didn't swallow it. You'd be dead. It's a retainer. You would have choked on it and woke up before you had swallowed it. Like what?
Right. It's like I woke up in a trance and went and flushed it down the toilet. There's no
Yeah.
explanation for what happened to it. We tore it apart. Your dad waking up in the middle of the night. I'm looking under the pillows. Your dad, what you looking for? It's like 3 a.m.
Dude, because you're scrounging around for it, dude. Yeah,
What was the didn't you like fall over me climbing out of the bed and you like ended up right in front of your dad's face or something and you
yeah.
didn't that why am
I think you're
I'm
right.
not
I think you're
remembering the
right.
full story.
I don't really.
You were
I
like
remember,
climbing over and you tripped or something and your dad was right there and he's like
and I'm like right by his
right.
face. Oh, what a trip, dude.
Yeah, it's just that stuff like that just hit different when you're a kid.
Yeah.
It's just
Especially
and
because
and the
as an
Krispy Kreme
adult,
story.
it's so different because you can have those fun times. But as an adult, it's like you're thinking of different things than you were as a kid.
Right.
For
Right.
example,
And you don't
like your responsibilities. Like as the trip gets to the end, you're thinking about the responsibilities back home, and that's just second nature. And you're thinking about this, the
right.
third. When you're a kid, it's just fun until no more fun. It's just that's it. And you're living in the moment. You just don't care. Not to mention, as a little kid, even when you're 15, 16-year-old nowadays, it's probably different. When we were 15, 16, yeah, we were on our phones, but not like that much. We weren't watching YouTube
No.
videos and shit. So it's like,
No. We were not on our phones much.
yeah. And it was like
It was like
you were
like
only
a
on your
twice
phone when you
a day
weren't doing
cycle.
anything. That was the only time you weren't on
Right.
your phone. And
Right.
yeah, we didn't have iPhones when we were 15. So
I was trying to remember, did Elijah have his own room or did we have a suite and he was like on the other
I
side?
think we had like a connected
Yeah.
set of rooms, I think.
Yeah, because he was definitely like away from it. Remember, like Lady Gaga or whatever was on the TV, and your dad's watching it, and he was like, "She looks like Pac-Man or something."
Waka waka waka. Oh fuck.
But
Yeah,
oh my god,
those
that
trips
was
will always just hit different because as an adult, you never can have the full enjoyment as an adult because you're either thinking of something you got to handle trip wise, you got to
Right.
handle stuff back home. You're thinking, okay, what time am I gonna get back? You're looking at your flight thing. When you're a kid, none of that applies. Not a single one of those
Yeah.
things applies.
We
So
just
it's
wanted the trip to last forever.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
just wanted
Yeah.
the trip to last.
And then
I'll
sometimes
give
as an
you a
adult,
perfect
you just want it to
example. I'll give you a
end. You
perfect
just want it to
example.
end.
I'll give you a perfect example. The game's amazing, right? Ducks win late, 45-38, huge win.
Yeah. Unbelievable
Having a
game.
blast. Getting out of the Rose Bowl is notoriously the worst
Yeah.
stadium in probably the world for getting out of parking.
Most people
Getting
just
down.
continued the tailgate and waited for everyone to leave. Most of the people.
Right. And so I was trying to remember. I don't even remember what we did. I don't remember it being bad. And I'm like, that is something as an adult you would remember. Like,
Yeah.
oh God, that was a great game, but miserable 2.5 hours getting out of the
Yeah,
Rose
we
Bowl.
we were probably
You know,
laughing in the back and didn't even fucking pay
right.
attention.
Yeah. I think we waited. I want to say we waited and kind of tailgated with the cases a little bit
No, I
after,
think we did because
but
I remember running through with a flag or whatever after we won.
yeah, I think we hung out in the parking lot, which is probably, the best. That's better than sitting in traffic, in
Well,
my
because you might
opinion.
as
But
well be hanging out or hanging out in the car sitting there, so it's like,
right, yeah. But oh my God, that was such a. And then yeah, the same day as because yeah, it was our drive back, but right around the time that we oh yeah, that's when we were getting in the hotel, and it was early, right? It's our ride home. It's the next morning, after the game. We had late night, and it's kind of cold, just brisk morning in LA, and your dad's asking you to load something in the back of the truck, and you're just kind of
yeah,
like kind of processing, and all of a
still
sudden your
waking
dad
up,
looks at
still
you,
waking up.
and your dad's kind of looking at you, and he's got shorts on, and all of a sudden he just starts hopping in the back of the truck, and you go, "What are you doing?" And you say, "If we wait for you, we'll freeze our asses off." I'll never forget that. If we wait for you, we'll freeze our asses off. And he starts
That's
hopping
fucking.
in the truck.
I forgot about
Oh
that.
my
Yeah,
God.
that's
And
hilarious.
then yeah, we had the Krispy Kreme. Well, we had the parking lot. The
Yeah, we were. It was
But
drive-through,
then
wasn't it?
but we pull through the drive-through, and the person on the intercom comes over and goes, "Oh, welcome to Krispy Kreme. We got a special today." And your dad just sits there and lets him finish and goes, "Man, I'd love to order
I can't
something
hear
from
for
you, but I can't
Jack.
hear you for Jack." It was just again, I know we were kids, but your dad at that point, anything he said, it felt like was hilarious.
Yeah.
Anything he did was just had me crying. It was just like he could do no wrong. It was
No.
just like Jim Carrey, or whoever the funniest person alive is. Like that's how I viewed your dad at the time. Whenever I was around him, it just felt like everything was memorable and was a quote waiting to be,
Yeah. Yeah.
written
Absolutely.
down. It just in that trip itself, and we tried to recreate it the next year with Disneyland on my side of the family, but and
It
it
was
was
still,
that was
dude.
still
Okay, listen.
that was still a great trip.
That
That
trip
was
was a
still a
dude.
great
My
trip.
favorite part of that trip is like I'm sitting on the spring pull out fucking bed or whatever, and you and Nikki are just fighting like cats and dogs, and your mom calls
I
you
think I
in
was
there.
fighting with my
You're
mom about
yeah
Nikki.
yeah. Your mom. No, you guys were the whole time. You guys were just fucking button heads, and I just hear you walk in. Your mom's Tristan, come in here, and you walk in there. I overhear, Mom, Nikki is a bitch.
Not my proudest moment, but oh my god, she used to make me so mad. She would make me
Dude,
so
that was
mad.
probably one of your funniest moments ever because I just remember sitting
See,
there crying, laughing.
what's funny though is as fun as that trip was, it seemed like we were starting to get a little too old to fully. It seemed like we were getting almost just that like because that was just a year later.
Yeah.
Spring break, I think, of our junior year, and Rose Bowl was sophomore year, so a little over a year later. And it felt like we were on our phones a little bit more. Like I was dating Mackenzie at the time. I think you were dating Elise at the
I think
time.
we just,
It's
yeah, I
like
think so, yeah.
and so it's like we were kind of talking to them, we were texting a lot. It wasn't like we were enjoying it as much as the year before at the Rose Bowl. It was kind of
Yeah.
like um we were in the middle of baseball season too, so it's kind of like, all right, we got to get back for practice, and it just felt like not quite as
Well, I feel
carefree
like as an
as the year
adult, a
before.
vacation is never truly a vacation like when you were a kid. It never is because,
Right.
and
And
even,
it felt like, well, go ahead.
no, after you.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say, even just that year later, it felt like we were even more so towards that adult side, where it was
Yeah.
like, all right,
Because then the older you get, regardless of responsibilities, your mind just gets
right,
more occupied with shit, whether it's
right. We
important
had
shit or
the
not.
we had the Westmont. That was when we saw Westmont.
Oh,
Was
that was
that
a
time?
beautiful fucking
And so it was a
campus.
beautiful campus, but it was getting more serious, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It wasn't just like, oh,
yeah.
we're goofing off, diving in pools and breaking
Breaking
our
our
heads
necks,
open.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then
Um,
then before the Rose Bowl, my dad and I did the national championship in Arizona, which was fucking
I don't know. That
unbelievable.
was
It was an
fun.
unbelievable trip.
And you were on TV with
El-
Game Day or whatever
yeah,
it
we were on
was.
the Ellen show,
Joey,
dude.
that's so fun.
Yeah. But, oh, well,
Um,
we're at over an hour. Fucking A.
All right. Well, I gotta hit the sheets.
Yeah,
Getting
same here.
sleepy.
I'm about to go cut my tri-tip and put it in lunch for tomorrow.
Yeah. Make me a
Mm,
try it sometime, will you?
I will.
All right, man.
All right.
Let's get some clips, huh?
Yep. I will have this posted in the morning. I'll schedule it.
All right.
All right.
See you, man.
Later.
Bye.